The trend is your friend. And of course, we've heard that so many times. But most days are trendless. The market moves up, the market moves down. There's no continuous direction either to the up or the downside. So how do you trade when there's no trend? Well, the good news is you can make some estimations based on your knowledge of the market. And the knowledge of the market in terms of trends are most days don't have a trend or don't display a trend throughout the day. So how do you trade that way? Hi, I'm Marv Eisen from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. I use the intraday high or low together with the Taylor Trading Zone to inform me of how to trade and where the market is going to go on days where there's no trend, which of course, as I said, is most days. I'm going to give you an example of Tuesday, September 12th through the 14th, 3 trading days. Here's Tuesday, September 12th. And as you can see, the market traded down, up, and then down. How do you trade this? Well, you can make some educated estimations and use that information, and it works pretty well on days where there is no trend. Now, I have the Taylor Trading Zone, and I use the Taylor calculations to draw out a rectangle on my chart to denote areas of support and resistance. And these support and resistance areas are target areas, target price levels, pretty much the same as the previous day's close, which you see here is a target price level. But let me suggest to you how you can trade and how you can trade very successfully when the day is trendless. Now, you need to watch out for the intraday high or low. The intraday high or low, of course, is a level where the market puts in a high or a low of the day. And it's difficult to determine, but typically the intraday high or low is put in the first hour, perhaps half hour of the day. So here on September 12th, the market opened right about over here at 45.23, moved up to the Taylor Trading support number, but then moved down. And at 11 o'clock, an hour and a half after the market opened, it put in a low. It put in a low and then started to rise. So being patient and waiting for the market to put in an intraday low and starting to rise, you could take this to mean that this was the intraday low, And so what we can do is take our Taylor Trading Zone, and the range of the Taylor Trading Zone is usually pretty accurate. And we can take that range and we can copy it and we can clone it and move the clone down to match the intraday low. And what this does is give us an estimation of where the market should go if this in fact is the intraday low. And this is the key. If we can spot the intraday high or low, we can use it in conjunction with the Taylor Trading Zone to determine where the other end of the range for the day is going to be. And as you can see, the other end of the range was just at the where Taylor range calculated it. So that's pretty good, right? So that's Tuesday, September 12th. Let me move over to the next day, Wednesday, September 13th. Wednesday, September 13th, the market opened at 45.15, moved up sharply in a momentum move, but then retreated down to 45.03. This was the intraday low. And again, it's difficult to determine, is this going to be the intraday high? Certainly we can see at the later part of the day, this was certainly not the intraday high. But within the first hour of the day, this became the intraday low. And if we waited with patience to see where the market was going to put in a high or a low, and in this case it put in a low as it did the previous day, we can take again our calculated trading zone and transpose it, move it down to the intraday low, and again, get an idea of where the market is going to end up. So if the intraday low is here, if we make that assumption, move the trading zone down to match the intraday low, and we can see that the intraday high, or that the high of the day, is going to be around where the Taylor Trading Zone calculations, or the range, gave us a hint that it would be, which it was just a few points away. Let's move over to Thursday, September 14th, I'm sorry. And again, the market opened and in very volatile. You can see the size of these candles there, 3 points between each horizontal line on this chart. And there are 10, these candles are 8 to 10 points, 12 points and these are 3-minute candles, friends. So we can take this to mean, and again, here's the intraday low that was put in at about 10:15. So waiting for the intraday low. Now, of course, we don't know that the intraday high is here. We don't know that, but the market moved down, put in an intraday level, and we'd have to assume that this intraday is going to be the higher low. In this case, the intraday low is put in at 10:15, and so we can take our Taylor trading zone and transpose it, move it up, or transpose it to the intraday low, and see where the market, let me move my chart down, see where the market is going to range, is going to move. And the market exactly closed at where the Taylor range forecast it would be. Wait a half hour to an hour where the market establishes an intraday high or low, and then use the Taylor trading zone to transpose it to find where the other end of the range is. And you can think of this as trading the entire candle, because as you know, every day is represented by a candle. And what this system, what this technique does is give you the information of where the other end of the candle is going to be. If you know one end of the candle, you can use the Taylor calculated trading zone to show you, or to give you a very good idea of where the other end of the candle is going to be and in what direction. So that's my video for today. Oh, and by the way, the Taylor calculations look like this. This is what the Taylor calculations look like. And there are a dozen calculations that go into it. It's sort of complicated, but you can get it at my site at timelessdollar.com. It's a very powerful way to trade. And if you are interested in finding out more information about it, check it out at my site at timelessdollar.com. I give you a lot of information about it. So thanks so much for watching. This is Marv Eisen for Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Trade safely, use lots of patience, and I'll see you in my next video.